Hello everyone, I'm Jane, the ultimate and traditional Filipina. Today's interview is Esther, who was previously interviewed earlier. Esther, welcome to my channel and thank you for the part who interviewed.
Thank you so much for having me.
Let's get started. You previously stated you are comfortable with your career and believe there are many opportunities here in the Philippines. Does that mean you have no desire or ambition to seek higher employment or roles outside of the Philippines? Why or why not? Please explain.
That's a good question. First, I definitely wanna level up again. But as what I've mentioned, I would prefer that to be in the Philippines. And hopefully, if in case, maybe if there's some bigger opportunities, maybe I could consider that. But yeah, I'll focus more probably on opportunities that.
You say that you would accept a foreigner as a companion if the stars align with each other. Does that include you moving to his home country if you were married and he did not want to live in the Philippines? In other words, are you willing to quit your career for him? Please explain.
Wow. I've not thought of that yet, but tendency is once I get married, um, there would ultimately be like a reason for me to engage. I mean, focus on my family. So maybe if in case he would propose to live in his home country, that I could do, so long as I could still contribute to our marriage financially.
What if your boyfriend actually don't work, you just stay at home or if you have kids, you just look after the kids. You can handle it.
I don't know yet, but I think it would be best if in case, depending on which country he resides, if ever he could support us by his own income, then that would be
It's in
okay.
Okay.
But if in case there's a need for me to contribute, I would really.
You are 28 years old and stated you watch children. That's why I ask you, will you accept a companion in age gap relationship that does not want kids or cannot have kids anymore? Is it an area of concern?
Well, I definitely want to have kids in the future, so that's gonna be a deal breaker.
Maybe it's one.
Maybe in my age right now, I'm looking at one or two. Every hotel accommodation can only accommodate 3 or 4 people. I mean, that's already.
You are very disciplined woman and seem to avoid the pitfalls of failed relationships and single mom routine that exists in the Philippines. What factors or self-education that you attribute to your firm control of your actions and avoidance of being a single mom?
That's um, a hard pill to swallow, but I grew up in a separated household. My mom and dad got separated when I was maybe 14. So that could be the factor why I definitely want a family that has that. I mean, I want to deviate from what I've experienced when I was a kid. So as much as possible, I want to provide them a harmonious relationship between me and my future husband. So being a single mom could really be a huge factor. It will be difficult, and I really admire those women who are able to really overcome those challenges.
It's like you just choose wisely for your companion, right? Because nowadays, a lot of single mom.
Exactly. That's why building the right foundation before moving to marriage and considering those major leaps in your life, because marriage is not just like yeah, not a game. So as much as possible, work on the foundations first.
You are a manager and successful realtor. As a successful woman in the Philippines, have you encountered any discrimination, sexism, or barriers that you had to overcome to be successful? Please explain it in.
Well, for me personally, I haven't experienced that. Lucky for me. Um, what my obstacles or what hinders me before, or maybe the skill sets that I just need to learn was something that's related to work. But other than those challenges or other than conquering my own myself, I'm lucky that I was not able to experience this.
What are your hobbies, favorite pastime, or recreational activities? Do you like swimming or the beach?
Um, recreational activities I normally do. I'm not sure if you're familiar with scrapbooking or journals.
Mhm.
I do that. I also sometimes do painting and
Yes, he was the engineer. Is it engineer or the architect, right?
maybe. But I also enjoy going to the beach and trekking.
Do you believe in love at first sight or love is a gradual process? Please explain your answer.
For me, love at first sight could only exist in movies. Because for me, trust needs to be earned. I mean, attraction needs to gradually happen. It's not like in a blink of an eye when you love someone. Because attraction could be a different thing, but falling in love is a process because it's the act of service that you provide to that person. I mean, the small mundane moments are what really leading into someone falling. I don't know, maybe that's
Now for
that's
the
just for me.
like the teenagers, like this prefer handsome.
It's not handsome could only just
Yeah,
make you
that's why I advise to other like don't see the handsome, it's your brain or mind. Your English speaking skills are quiet, proficient, and prolific. Did you emphasize English in your education and learning or just by initiative? Initiative and motivation master the language.
well, we already have English program when we were nurseries.
Yeah.
So from nursery till college, there's always an English subject.
It's the college is more English.
Um, yeah, they would encourage you to speak English often, but I think for me, what happened is I just learned it in school, and I also exposed myself and just watching English movies.
So, I study in private school, the English speaking. Have English speaking school.
Yeah.
Would you accept a foreigner whom you like or even love if he was a chain smoker, chewed tobacco, or had mannerisms that you deem irregular and obnoxious? Some women accept habits if love rules the day.
Well, me personally, I don't have a problem with that because I also occasionally smoke. Um, I mean, it's not really a turn off for me because we eventually pick up habits.
Like difficult to
Yeah.
how many years you smoke?
Um, that was college maybe. College. Yeah.
Many women get upset at their companion or husband if they forget a birthday, anniversary, or wedding date. Will you challenge or scold your companion for not giving you recognition on it in the relationship? You see as mandatory to know or just give a friendly reminder and move on.
Well, for me personally, um, my love, should I say, my love language is gift giving and act of service. So if in case he would be able to remember anniversaries or any important events, I would very appreciate it.
Must
And
be is always the girl will remind her. Always remember.
I mean, if you were really important to that person, there would be no chance that he would forget any special events.
Especially old. Okay, what types of music do you like? Do you consider yourself romantic, emotional, sensitive, affectionate, or just plain unemotional? Explain your answer.
Kind of music I enjoy listening is more like R&B. So I could say most R&B I think is
Do you know sing?
no. Unfortunately, I like music, but music don't like
Same to
me.
you.
Maybe I could do a little concert in the bathroom once in
I
a
don't
while.
know. Okay, please describe your definition of a romantic date and should it aim in intimacy or it's too overrated in terms of intimacy?
Hmm, good question. If I recall the question correctly, so
Please describe your definition of a romantic date and should it end in intimacy or it's too overrated in terms of intimacy?
eventually it does not require to end on a date. But if you really like the person, I mean you enjoy his company, why not? But it's really up to you if you would allow that with your consent, because that only happens. It takes two to tango. But yeah, my definition of a romantic date,
Yes.
maybe bring McDonald's and food truck and watch the sunset. It's a simple.
Do you accept a companion holding your hand in public and showing affection or prefer keeping your business behind closed doors? Do you accept a companion holding your hand in public and showing affection or prefer keeping your business behind closed doors?
That's sad. I would prefer someone holding my hand, especially children crossing. I mean, it's just holding a hand.
It's not a big deal.
That's cute, right?
If you decided you did not a boyfriend or husband, how would you end the relationship? Would you endure a relationship you did not enjoy or see in the future?
I could only tolerate if one or two. I mean, I've learned that the hard way. The more you extend or prolong the relationship, the more you would agonize both. So it's better to put it right there and then move forward with your life. Because if ever you will continue on doing things that your heart does not desire, tendency it would exhaust you and it would affect other parts or certain parts of you.
Okay, this is the last. Any comments to all the viewers watching our video?
Well, thank you so much, guys, for writing comments on our previous interview. I really appreciate them, and thank you so much for continuing to subscribe or engage with Miss James. Folks. I really appreciate it.
This ends my interview with ultimate Esther. If Esther does not meet your criteria for a soulmate, then you are a philanderer and not family-oriented. I'm Jane, the ultimate Filipina, wishing you an ultimate day, an ultimate Filipina life. Take care. Bye.